And welcome back to A Greater New Orleans Road to Recovery on WLAE-TV. Our final guest for this evening's program is Steve Kinchin, the president and co-owner of Hall Piano Company. Great to have you with us, making your first visit.
Thank you for having me, Tom.
And we hope that we will have you back because Steve and Hall Piano are partnering with WLAE to make a program change. The Piano Guy with Scott Houston, usually seen on this television station at 11:30 in the evenings, following the replay of A Greater New Orleans Road to Recovery, is moving to 5 p.m. in the early evening to make it more available for viewers and accessible. And it is Hall Piano that is making that possible. So we thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
First, some background. Steve is a graduate of NOCA, the New Orleans Center for Creative Arts. He attended the Eastman School of Music in Rochester, New York, on full scholarship. He has studied music with some of the greats, Dr. Stephen Dankner, James Vandermark, Harold Baptiste, and Alice Marcellus, just to name a few. He is the recipient of many musical awards, including the prestigious Rene Luop Award. He's a music director at his church, and he plays a lot more than just the piano. Acoustic bass, horns aplenty, he says, and guitar. Steve is married and has 2 sons. Well, Steve, we wanted to have you to thank you and John Wright, your business partner. In fact, it was his father who helped start Hall Piano Company back in 1958. We wanted to have you on to announce this partnership with WLAE and the Piano Guy with Scott Houston. What is it about that program that is attractive to you and this partnership with us?
I think the main ingredient of that program is that it brings the study and pursuit of playing the piano to a very accessible level. And for too long, I think that the idea of learning to play the piano has been very mysterious and something that you either had to be born knowing how to play the piano or have a natural talent and ability. And Mr. Houston's program absolutely demystifies it and brings it to a level to where anyone really can believe and see themselves learning to play the piano. And for us, that's a win-win.
Yeah, and getting people hooked early on. You talked about the kind of society we live in, the microwave society. You've got to have it right away. And if it takes you a year or two to study the piano, to learn how to play it, but with the theories that he uses and watching this program, you pick it up early, you're playing tunes that you recognize, that your family and friends recognize, and you gain a confidence and hopefully a love for music.
Absolutely.
That if you want to take it very seriously, there are certainly lots of options.
Right. You know, it's the love of music and the ability to play the piano for your own personal enjoyment that I think Mr. Houston's program really embraces. You know, obviously, many people would love to have the opportunity to be a concert pianist, but, you know, just like I would love to play like Tiger Woods. But, you know, I'm realistic about my golf game.
And I'll never play the piano like you, and for the record, I don't play like Tiger Woods either.
Yes,
but I enjoy playing the game.
Yes,
well,
sir.
I know you're very proud to be the exclusive Steinway dealer in Louisiana. How do you get that distinction? And I know you've recently been recognized by Steinway for your efforts.
That's correct. There's only 62 dealerships in the North and South Americas. It is a long process. Steinway wants to be sure that they're going to be partnered with a company that is able to support the arts community in their market. It has to do with customer service as well as the ability to represent a quality selection of pianos, but also to be able to work hand in hand with arts organizations such as the Louisiana Philharmonic, the Baton Rouge Symphony, the New Orleans Opera, and the institutional community, such as Tulane University. So it is a privilege for us to be selected of such a small group of colleagues.
I know you sell pianos at Hall Piano, but when somebody buys one, they would have to learn how to play it if they didn't know that already. And I know that you do offer piano lessons, but you also put people in touch. You set up a network of piano teachers, which I know you're proud of as well.
That's correct. We're developing a database we call our treasured teachers. And post-Katrina, I feel it's very important for us to be able to link aspiring students with teachers who have availability in their studios. So this is something that we are taking as a mission of sorts. And that resource will be made available on our website, hallpiano.com, starting in June.
We also wanted to let people know about a program that you have helped produce, along with D-Club at Omni Advertising, who we thank also for helping put all of this together, that people will be seeing here on WLAE in the coming months, a piano competition where people come from all over to compete.
Absolutely. The New Orleans International Piano Competition is an internationally recognized competition. This past year there were contestants from Israel and South Korea, Canada, Russia, Australia. It was very, very exciting, and we had the privilege this year of producing a television program that will bring the highlights of the competition to the general public. And it's a very exciting competition. I invite everyone to come out and participate in it again this year in the third week of July. And for a little taste of what the competition is all about, watch the program.
Well, we're looking forward to bringing that to folks. And again, we thank you and John and Dee for becoming members of our family. We're very excited about that as we work together over the next 6 months. And look for Scott Houston's The Piano Guy starting today at 5 p.m. right here on WLAE, and we'll continue still in that 11:30 time slot. Steve, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And
yes,
I know
sir.
you have a very special event, and we're out of time, but a very special event at Hall Piano this week where Steinway has brought a lot of its inventory for people to really get a hands-on feel for the Steinway product, the real elite product. And in case you're wondering, this is the award that Hall Piano was presented from the Steinway. So we encourage people, if you're at all interested in the piano, to head out to Hall Piano this week. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
And that is our program for this evening. We appreciate you being with us as always. Appreciate your support of this program and this television station. We'll see you here tomorrow night on A Greater New Orleans Road to Recovery.
Road to Recovery is underwritten by the Audubon Nature Institute, offering individual and family memberships to the wildest spots in town. Enjoy New Orleans' world-class zoo and aquarium, where members go wild and free all year. www.audubоninstitute.org. Offbeat Magazine, celebrating 20 years of supporting New Orleans and Louisiana music, culture, and cuisine. www.offbeat.com. And by the Historic New Orleans Collection, now presenting 400 years of French presence in Louisiana, treasures from the National Library of France, and what's cooking in New Orleans. www.hnoc.org.